Welcome to Tech Bytes and News, your personal generative AI podcast. Today, we're pedaling into the fascinating world of early cycling maps, specifically, a treasure from the Library of Congress, an 1895 map of California roads suitable for cyclists. Pretty cool, huh?
An 1895 cycling map? That's amazing. I imagine California's roads back then were quite different from today. What kind of detail are we talking about? Our trails. Are we talking about paved roads or dirt trails?
Well, the map itself is, a bit, minimalist. We're not talking Google Maps level of detail here, but it does show major roads, and you can definitely get a sense of the network available to cyclists at the time. It gives you a good idea of the routes they would have taken.
I see. So basically, a road map for adventurous souls with really sturdy bikes? No bike lanes, I presume?
Exactly. Think more intrepid exploration than leisurely Sunday ride. It's from the Library of Congress, created by George W. Blum and the California Photo Engraving Company, so you know it's a serious piece of history.
So what's the significance of this map? Why is it important?
Well, it's a snapshot of cycling history in California. It shows us what routes were considered suitable for cycling in 1895, giving us insight into the early days of cycling's popularity. It's a window into a past era of cycling, before cars really took over. Plus, just the idea of cycling across California in 1895 is pretty epic, right?
Totally epic. It makes me wonder about the challenges faced by cyclists back then. No helmets, probably rougher terrain, and maybe even some unfriendly drivers, if there were any cars at all.
Exactly. And the map itself is a physical object too. It's 48 by 34 centimeters, which is pretty substantial. It's held at the Library of Congress's Geography and Map Division. You can even see it online. It's amazing to think of how much history is contained within this one map.
You mentioned it's available online. Is there a way for our listeners to see this historical artifact themselves?
Absolutely. I'll include the Library of Congress link in the show notes so you can check it out for yourself. It's a great example of how archives and libraries preserve not just books and texts, but also visual records like this map that help us understand the past.
That's fantastic. Thanks for sharing this hidden gem with us. It really brings history to life.
My pleasure. And that's all the time we have for today's episode of Tech Bytes and News. Thanks for tuning in, and remember to follow us for more fascinating insights into technology and history. Goodbye, and happy cycling.
Bye-bye.